Hey gang, I jumped forward a little bit on the B12. That's not what this video is about. I needed a little alone time. Wanted to be out here in the shop and actually blow off a little steam, which is prompting this video right here. There's a code of ethics, spoken and unspoken, about buying and selling. Very rarely do you guys hear me say, I picked this up for this or I picked that up for that, unless it's tools or something like that. Like this B12, you guys have not heard me say word one about how much I paid for the B12. You've not heard me say word one about how much I paid for the 7790 diesel. And that's for good reason. That's my business. That's between me and the person that I bought it off of. Now, on occasion, situation will arise where more than one person wants something. Oftentimes the seller is going to lean towards the person offering more. Sometimes they'll lean towards the person offering less if there's a good story behind it. I've done that. Well, the own an engine over here, for example, I was offered considerably more for the own an engine than what I'm actually selling it for, and I'm selling it to a different person because it's a person I know, it's a person that I respect, and it's a person that I want to help out. But then you'll have the other interested parties that'll attempt to find out what somebody bought something for. Like, say, I've got a pair of tires over here. There were two people interested in this set of tires, and I sold them to one person, and that one person is happy with the deal that they got. So then the other person that wanted them messages me and says, well, how much did you end up selling them for? You never ever tell them. Doesn't matter what I sold them for, they are gone. I have sold them. But not everybody adheres to this code of buying and selling ethics. If I buy something with the intent of keeping it, I may pay a little extra. I may buy something I have no intentions of keeping, but wind up wanting to keep it. Case in point, the B12. I hadn't planned on picking up two tractors. I'd only planned on picking up one. But to help the seller out, I bought two. Did I need this? No. Was I necessarily wanting it? Again, no. I've got plenty of tractors. I've got more tractors than any one person, I guess, really has business having, with the limited space that I've got. But I've decided I like it and I'm going to keep it. So I have flip-flopped. I was going to get it running, get it ready to go and sell it, but now I'm not going to. But if I, as the person who sold this set of tires over here, was contacted by the other person interested in those tires, and they asked, "What'd you end up getting out of those tires?" And I just said, "Oh, I got, $10 out of them." Well, that doesn't make any sense because I offered you more than that. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to make sense. It's my decision because I'm the property owner. So therein creates tension after the sale. Therein lies tension after the purchase. That happened to me, and I had to spend, it's now 2:30. I've been out in this shop for hours. Trying to understand, trying to also figure out a way to put a video up that is not accusatory at all. The parties involved and the items involved, that's irrelevant. That is not part of this video. What is part of this video is the second person should have never come back to me, the seller, and asked, "What did you end up getting out of them?" That's rule broken number one, because that doesn't matter. They're gone. At that point, you wash your hands of it and you're done. If you have morals and you're ethically sound, then you have the second screw up, which is me, the seller, actually saying, "Oh, I sold them for $10. That aggravates the second seller. The first seller, who may have bought them to resell at a higher price, or the first seller who may have bought them to resell them at a higher price after doing some work to them, plugging a hole or putting tubes in them or whatever, doesn't matter, may wanted to make 10, 15 bucks off of them. Well, now those tires are tainted. Those tires no longer have an intrinsic value to them because it's out there. The word's out there. This is how much I sold those tires for. Because A, the person who didn't get them asked, and B, the person who sold them told them. Those are two no-nos when buying and selling anything face to face. And I just wanted to put that out there. It has happened to me in the past. I'm sure it will happen to me again in the future. Like I said, it doesn't matter what the items were that I bought. It doesn't matter who the people were that were involved in this triangle. That's irrelevant. What's relevant is you do not do that. You just don't do it. I really don't know what else to say other than it's a big buying and selling no-no. You're not going to go into a car dealership, see a used car on the lot, and get a truthful answer from the used car salesman to how much they paid for it. They are going to play numbers with you. I don't play numbers with people. I just simply tell them, look, I'm not in this to take a loss. So this is my bottom dollar. And that's that. That's where it ends. I'm doing my best to get my head wrapped around it, but this is the only video you guys are going to see today out of me. The engine is in, is bolted in. The dry shaft is connected. It's 2:30. The sun is shining. I'm going to go cool off a little bit more on one of the motorcycles and continue to try to wrap my head around around the whole situation, because I will say this. One of the interested parties knows very well that it is a massive no-no. Doesn't matter whether it was party 1 or party 2. That doesn't matter. They know it was wrong. They just didn't care. That's the part that sucks. And that's the part that that person should be ashamed of. I would be ashamed. I absolutely would be. I don't make those kinds of mistakes, or I don't have those types of intentions to deceive. May have been one person taking advantage of another's good nature, which I think very well may have been the case. But don't do it, folks. If you're second in line to buy something and you don't get it, it's done, it's gone, you move on and you find something else. You don't go calling the guy and asking him what the first guy gave for the tires. So that's all I've got to say. I'm done with my rant. I'm gonna go cool off. This is the only video you guys are gonna get of me today, besides the one that I posted earlier. And we'll get back on this. All I did was just set it down on the ground and stuff the engine in. Just the reverse of taking the engine out. So appreciate all you guys listening to my rant, and please keep your buying and selling ethics above board. Don't be that person that muddies the water. Please don't do it. That's it. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. I promise you guys, I'll be on the next one and I'll probably be smiling because I'll be over it. Later. I'm out of here. Oh yeah. And please subscribe. There's good information here and there. Later. I'm out of here.